Guardiola, whose real name is Josep Guardiola Sala, born on January 18, 1971 in St. Peter, Catalonia, has become one of the most influential figures in modern football, both as a player and, more notably, as a manager. Renowned for his intellectual approach to the game, his insistence on positional discipline, and his relentless pursuit of tactical perfection, Guardiola is widely regarded as one of the greatest football managers in history. He is one of only two managers to have achieved the continental treble on two separate occasions and holds records for the longest winning streaks in league competition across Spain, Germany, and England. As of recent estimates, Guardiola's net worth is believed to be $70 million, accumulated through his playing career, lucrative managerial contracts, bonuses, endorsements, and long-term association with elite European clubs. Guardiola's footballing journey began at an early age when he joined Barcelona's famed La Masia Academy at just 13, having been recruited from Gymnastic Manresa. From the outset, his intelligence and composure set him apart. Johan Cruyff, then overseeing Barcelona's footballing philosophy, quickly identified Guardiola's aptitude for operating at the base of midfield. A decisive moment came when Cruyff instructed youth coaches to reposition the young Guardiola into a central pivot role, a decision that would shape both his playing style and his later managerial ideology. By 1990, Guardiola had made his senior debut, and he soon became the tactical heartbeat of what would later be known as Cruyff's dream team. Throughout the early 1990s, Guardiola was integral to Barcelona's domestic and continental success. Operating as a deep-lying playmaker, he was less concerned with physical dominance and more focused on controlling tempo, recycling possession, and dictating the rhythm of matches. Barcelona won 4 consecutive La Liga titles between 1991 and 1994, and in 1992 captured the club's first-ever European Cup at Wembley. At just 20 years old, Guardiola was already being hailed as one of the most promising midfielders in world football, praised for his vision, anticipation, and technical assurance. Despite Barcelona's decline in the mid-1990s following Cruyff's departure, Guardiola remained a central figure. Under managers such as Bobby Robson and later Louis van Gaal, he continued to marshal the midfield and was eventually appointed club captain. Injuries, however, increasingly disrupted his career. Persistent calf and ankle problems sidelined him for long stretches, and he missed major tournaments, including the 1998 World Cup. Still, his influence within the squad remained significant, and he finished his Barcelona career in 2001 having made nearly 500 appearances and won 16 major trophies. After leaving Barcelona, Guardiola sought new challenges abroad. He joined Brescia in Italy, stepping into a role later made famous by Andrea Pirlo, and briefly played alongside Roberto Baggio. A subsequent move to Roma proved less successful, and his time in Italian football was overshadowed by a doping case that would later be overturned, clearing his name entirely. He then experienced football outside Europe, playing in Qatar for Al Ahly and later in Mexico with Dorados, under the guidance of Juan Manuel Lillo, a coach who would strongly influence Guardiola's tactical thinking. Injuries ultimately forced him into retirement in 2006. On the international stage, Guardiola earned 47 caps for Spain and was part of the squad that reached the quarterfinals of the 1994 World Cup and Euro 2000. He also won Olympic gold with Spain at the 1992 Barcelona Games. In addition, he proudly represented Catalonia in friendly matches, reinforcing his cultural and regional identity. Almost immediately after retiring, Guardiola transitioned into coaching. He took charge of Barcelona B in 2007 and guided them to promotion, earning the trust of club president Joan Laporta. In 2008, he was appointed manager of Barcelona's first team, a decision that would redefine modern football. Guardiola made bold early calls, moving on established stars and placing faith in academy graduates such as Sergio Busquets and Pedro. His methods were demanding but deeply personal, emphasizing collective responsibility, positional awareness, and constant movement. The results were historic. In his first season, Guardiola led Barcelona to an unprecedented treble, winning La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. At 37, he became the youngest manager to lift Europe's most prestigious club trophy. Over the next 3 seasons, Barcelona dominated Spanish and European football, winning 14 trophies in 4 years, including 2 Champions League titles and multiple league championships. His teams were celebrated for their fluidity, intelligence, and suffocating pressing, and players such as Lionel Messi reached extraordinary heights under his guidance. Exhausted by the intensity of the role, Guardiola stepped down in 2012 and took a sabbatical in New York. In 2013 he returned to management with Bayern Munich, where he continued his pattern of domestic dominance. Guardiola won 3 consecutive Bundesliga titles and multiple domestic cups, while refining his tactical ideas and adapting them to German football. Although European success eluded him at Bayern, his influence on the club's style and structure was profound. In 2016, Guardiola took on perhaps his greatest challenge by moving to Manchester City. After a trophyless first season as he reshaped the squad, his vision came to fruition spectacularly. City shattered records, becoming the first Premier League team to reach 100 points in a season and later securing multiple league titles, domestic trebles, and in 2023, the club's first Champions League triumph as part of a historic continental treble. Under Guardiola, City established sustained dominance, including an unprecedented run of 4 consecutive Premier League titles. Despite occasional downturns and increased scrutiny in later seasons, Guardiola's impact on English football has been transformative. His insistence on technical excellence, intelligent pressing, and tactical flexibility has influenced an entire generation of managers and reshaped expectations of how elite teams should play. Away from football, Guardiola's personal life has largely been private. He was born to Dolores and Valenti Guardiola and grew up alongside 2 older sisters and a younger brother, Per, who later became a prominent football agent. Guardiola met fashion entrepreneur Cristina Serra when he was 18, and after many years together, they married in 2014. The couple have 3 children, Maria, Marius, and Valentina. In 2025, it was reported that Guardiola and Serra had separated. Despite his demanding career, he has consistently emphasized the importance of family and personal balance. Guardiola is known for his intellectual curiosity and discipline. During his sabbatical and later appointments, he immersed himself in languages and culture, notably studying German intensively before taking over at Bayern. He is openly atheist and has been vocal in his support for Catalan independence, reflecting his deep connection to his roots. Beyond football, he has made occasional cultural appearances, including a cameo in the television series Ted Lasso, underscoring his status as a global sporting icon. In sum, Pep Guardiola's legacy is defined not merely by trophies, but by ideas. As both a player and manager, he has elevated football into a game of intellect and artistry, leaving an indelible mark on clubs, players, and the sport itself. And with that, thanks for watching. Give us a like, share with friends, and please subscribe.